Alright, it is VOD review time. Playing some Ana? Okay. This is like what, like low plat-ish? Okay. So, I know this guy. This is the fucking, Overwatch Cavalry guy. Alright, let's look at our comp. Winston, Genji, Sombra, Kiri. This is good, actually. This is surprisingly good. You won't often get a lot of comps with decent synergy like this in low ranks. So this is already a nice start. They are playing an obnoxious comp though. Cass, Bastion's gonna be hard to play into for your dive DPS and your tank. Zarya is gonna be annoying. Mercy Kiri is kind of annoying as well. Let's see what happens. Careful about scoping in too long here. You're kind of very out in the open, so you're already getting shot by their team, right? So if you're scoped in too long, it's very easy for them to kill you. So instead what you do is you just quick scope, right? But you should also be playing cover here. So like you can jiggle, you can like just kind of peek in and out here on this corner, and they can't shoot you. So you'll just be living in the back, just having a good old time. Okay, the nade doesn't quite hit, or it hits something, but it doesn't make anyone purple. You're just gonna get shredded here. Ana likes to play very far back. I think you're playing a little too far forward. You're in the range of the Zarya. You still want to be back here at this point in the fight. Your Kiri can rotate with your team, and like if they need healing, they have the Kiri, right? So you can still play further back, play this long sight line that we have. You don't have to be so far forward. Once like we start forcing these guys out and the Zarya's not walking on you, then you can like walk up here, you have a better sight line, and so on and so forth. But for right now, you don't want to be here. There you are. Don't be afraid to nade yourself. If the cast hit another shot on you, you'd be dead. So you might want to use your nade a little bit more often on yourself, just to keep yourself alive and in the fight. Yes, aggressive nade is better, which I think is like probably what you've been looking to do, but you want to be alive, especially at the end of this fight. You can look to throw a nade. Good attempt. It's the right idea. Can you help your Genji over there? Or who? Sombra? Is it? I don't know. Someone. Okay. That fight just didn't go very well. So instead of like walking up, you really do want to just sit up here, or if your team starts pushing them back, you can walk up here, but you don't have to drop and walk forward. You pretty much always want to be on the high ground when you can. And now you're on Mercy. Same idea that you always want to be behind cover, right? So you can be behind cover and be damage boosting someone, or you can be behind cover and healing someone. But other than that, you don't want to stand out in the open. If we look at like this guy's view, he has a very easy shot on you if he's better, right? So you want to be a little bit further back. Or not further back necessarily, but just in cover. Like here. This is good. Oh, that's their Bastion. My bad. Your Kiri fumbled the bag. Okay.
My ultimate is ready.
Okay. Ideally, you want to be damage boosting a DPS, like a longer range DPS, right? That's why I don't necessarily love the Mercy pick here, because you have a Mei and a Sombra. They're not going to really thrive from a damage boost. You could go BAP here. BAP would be very good with your comp. Once again, if we look at where you are just in the overhead here for most of this fight, you're just right out smack dab in the middle of the open. No cover, no nothing. This is what really hurts, right? Like, you're going to take a lot more damage than you need to. any DPS or any character can just shoot you here because you're in the open. What really good like Mercy players and what really good like support players in general will do is they'll always be playing cover. They'll be here or they'll be here on this corner pushing bot, or maybe if they've won the fight, they can take the high ground by walking all the way around behind. They'll be around some kind of cover, right? So playing in cover means that like if you get shot and you start taking damage, you can just walk behind the cover, and then you're safe. Instead of just being out in the open where you're probably gonna die here, if I had to guess. Okay, we trade reses. You can be damage boosting your Zarya here since she wants to get really aggressive. Cool. I'm gonna guess you don't play a lot of Mercy. Your movement doesn't seem like you're particularly comfortable on the character. Honestly, I don't blame you. This character sucks. I don't like Mercy. Oh, I think your Zarya's fucked. Yeah. Okay, that's good. You got around the cover. I would have been in there already to start though, because they're gonna shoot you in there. Okay, and your team just kind of inted again.
How are you? Hi. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Okay. How to respond to a message.
Do you even need more power? Don't mess with me.
I guess damage boosting the Zarya is not the worst, but the problem is the Zarya wants to be in the front lines, right? And you don't really want to be there. You want to be in the further back or pocketing a ranged DPS or something. Even you can pocket Ana as well. Ana can now deal with the Pharah that they have. 3 shots will kill her. I'm not sure if 2 shots with damage boost kills her, but yeah. The idea is you don't want to be in the front where they can kill you, because you want to be able to go for reses. You got lead though.
They stole the robot.
EMP charge.
Can you go for this? I don't think so. Yeah, Mercy tends to not die very often in like the top ranks because she's always back behind cover, or if someone pushes her, she's doing crazy flying movement or anything like that. It seems like your movement's not quite so comfortable with her, and like your positioning is a little bit aggressive, a little too aggressive. You're kind of pocketing your tank a little too much. Those are some things you could work on in particular for. Oh my god, he just exploded.
My duty is being done.
Honestly, in that comp, you can just pop Velk and go for the res on your tank there. Unless he's asking specifically not to get res.
Be uplifted.
How are you?
Heroes never die. I appreciate the support.
Okay, good res. I'm surprised neither team is punishing any of the reses, really. They all just get to go off for pretty much free. Alright, you're on cart duty. See, that was like there is better because you're playing behind cover, right? With this comp, you want to be pocketing your Echo pretty much all the time. So what you want to do is you want to go on a flank with your Echo, right? Your Echo should not be just kind of chilling in main where she can get grabbed. She wants to be like over here, maybe taking an off angle is what it's called, where you're split from your team. You're gonna go pocket your Echo. So if we look here at this fight, right? I'm gonna try my best to get a good camera view. So if we look at what's going on, right? Their Mercy is dead. Their Pharah is dead. You have a Zarya here. You have a Kiri over here. If your Echo and you are over here and poking at this Kiri, you're going to draw her attention, right? So she's going to now not be in this fight. It's like if you put a Mei wall here. So if you take the Kiri's attention, this Zarya is just going to collapse really easily to your Mei and your Zarya. So the power of flanking, especially with like a Mercy pocket, is crazy strong. If you just go on a flank with a Mercy pocket, you're pretty much unstoppable in lower ranks. So not being able to just like get your Echo and be like, hey, let's go left, is gonna it's gonna be like a deficit. You want to be over there with your team. Where are you? There you are.
Need some assistance?
So this is where you just go pocket and damage boost your Echo. That's your one job, is now keep your Echo alive.
Let's get going.
60 seconds.
Don't split from your Echo here. Your Echo needs the help. So you need to be with your Echo. Like when you're on a Mercy and a Flyer duo, you're just with them all the time. You're like always gonna be sitting here with them. So instead of helping like your Mei, your Ana can heal your Mei from this angle. You need to just be over here, right? You want to be here. You want to be like right here. So you're in cover. They can't shoot you, but you'll be okay. And then you'll be able to keep your Echo alive. And if she dies, then you can res her. But what happens is when we want to take this fight, we're gonna want to take it like they're gonna want to take it just down here. We're gonna want to take it on this corner. So your team, your Zarya, your Ana, and your Mei want to take this fight like right here. So while they're taking it here and they're walking down here, if your Echo is like say over here or like where they are right now is actually fine, then you fly in and you can pressure their backline because they're gonna want to walk like this, right? So if you're shooting their backline with your Echo, like you're damage boosting this Echo and she's just engaging like right here while you're taking the fight in the front line, like while your team is taking the fight in the front line, now you're gonna have what's called a pinch, right? So you're gonna have a really good pinch on them from two angles. And that's a really easy way to win fights. Like you can see your Echo wants the help now, but she's kind of stuffed. Like she's stuck over here. Because you kind of left her just to go heal up. I don't know what you actually left to do. But that's generally the idea with Mercy, is you want to enable your DPS to take off angles and create a pinch. You want to be off doing like other things, right? Your job is not heal tank. They should be invisible to you. Mei should be pretty much invisible to you. The Ana should only be like if the Ana is about to die. Otherwise, it's just always Echo here. You always stick with Echo.
Helden sterben nicht.
And because you're not with your Echo, the Echo actually has to go get a health pack. Like she's completely forced out of the fight. It's a good Valk though. I actually like this Valk. Another res goes unpunished. Okay, that's just poor movement. They'll punish you for that. What you could have done better is your movement, and also you need to just be like sticking with Echo, right? Like I think you're healing a little too much here. I assume this is almost over. Yeah. You're sort of like heal botting when most of Mercy's value actually comes out of her damage boost. Wait, this is crazy. Zarya pretty much won that solo.
Overtime.
How are you?
Helden sterben nicht.
My ultimate in charge.
Oh.
Outnumbered.
Well, this is tough because you got forced straight to go. You had to like go to cart, and you're just gonna get swung on by Ryan, right? So you want to almost always stack with your Echo here. Because if you are with this Ana, you're gonna die anyway. The Ana's probably fucked because of High Noon, right? She can't live through this. Unless she hits the Sleep Dart, but I don't know if she even has it, right? If you are with your Ana, now you're in danger of getting caught out here too. If you fly to Cart, where your Zarya is, you're gonna get swung on by the Rhine, shot by the Bastion. The only safe place for you is really with your Echo, right? Your Echo wants you to be with you. Like, wants you to be with her. Okay. So that's map number 1. What's the next code? Got it.
Ready for battle.
Oh, DPS. Okay. I was under the impression you were a support player. I don't know why I thought that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Do you just play everything?
Attackers incoming.
Alright, so when Bastion uses his turret form, it's his most important cooldown. So we gotta think about why and how we're using it, okay? So if the idea is we're gonna Bastion form and swing here, right? And just like try and kill them here, or you need to be in a position where your team can commit to it, right? Your Rhine is now no longer here. At the let's look back at the start of the form. Right here, I think, is the form. There's no one you can really shoot, and when you're out in the open, you should be playing this cover here, or behind your Rhine shield. But 2, the only people you can shoot is a Sigma, who has like 600-700 health, and he has a shield. These 2 are behind cover. This person is very hard to kill on Bastion, and this is an Invis Sombra, right? So there's no real good target for you. So try and like, if you can't get a situation where, say like, oh, they're all walked up here, Sig has no shield, no cooldowns, then you can just beam them, right? But if there's no easy like position where like you can like use a Bastion form and get a kill, it's not really worth using. Because like even with this deeper angle, this is a better sightline. There's still no one really for you to shoot. This guy is kind of way too far away. He's in cover. Invis Sombra. These 2 are in cover, right? What is happening in what's going on down here? Interesting. This form, I think, is fine because you want them to like kite and give you a little bit of space. But because your tank died and is like nowhere to be seen, you're just gonna die here as well. What you should do is you should rotate top, and you should be up here, right? Like your team should be on the high ground. It gives you a much better angle. Like if we look at here, like where this angle is up top, like we can see everyone in the fight, and now they can't walk because if I put Bastion form right here, they have to walk into it, and this is a really good sightline for you. So your Rhine dying down here is a bit of a troll. But you should also just not be here, right? Like, your team is just all playing low ground, and Route 66 is a map where if defense is not on high ground, you just get steamrolled by attack. Roadhog time. I see. Okay, you do not want to drop here. This is fine. Give a good sightline on the Kiri. Good for Sigma Grasp. This is all good. Oh, they are harassing you like crazy. That's tough. Lucio boops you. Oh, we don't have control of the high ground anymore. Our team is just... Our Ana's on low ground. Our Hog is fighting Cart. This is a mess. We lose all control of the high ground, and now they have it, and now we can't really take it back. So it's a disaster, and your team does not help you here. Your Ana walks Cart and dies. Yeah, this is good stuff.
The payload
Honestly, I probably wouldn't keep playing Bastion into this if I were you. I would say, okay, looking at their comp, I would probably mirror Soldier because you have a lot of shield pressure. You're not going to insta-die to Sombra, and you have an ult that can combo well with either Nano or Kitsune, right? That would be my pick, is Soldier. And you have a little bit more self-sustain with the healing pad. Okay. This is better if you're on high ground. Just up here is better, because now you can shoot the Kiri, and the Sig can't do shit about it, right? This is just going to force the Sig grasp, and you're going to give him a bunch of health, and then you're going to get rocked, and now you're in a Kitsune, and now you just want to leave, right? Like, you want to be on the high ground here. Walk up those stairs. You just walk up here, and you're going to have a much better angle to shoot the people you want to shoot. Your job is not, as DPS, your job is not shoot tank. It's shoot other, like, squishy people, right? So you want to walk up here. You want to shoot this soldier who's in this line of sight. And then you can shoot the Lucio if he walks out. And then you're not as worried about the Kiri behind because it's a Kiri and you're a Bastion. But you want to shoot them, then rotate over here, shoot the Sigma, right? Like, you don't want to be down here where your only sightline is the Sigma. You want to be on top so you have better angles. The two biggest things with DPS, one is positioning. This is really important. Right now, your positioning has just been to default to low ground, which is not a very strong position at all. And two is timing. Timing is using your utility, like, for example, your Bastion form when there's a good time for you to use it, like if the Sig has no cooldowns, or they're walking through a choke, or something like that. Or timing is also when you engage on, say, if you're playing Genji or Tracer, and their team is walking and your Winston's about to go, you want to have good timing being an angle where you can jump in and get your value as well. So positioning and timing are the two biggest things with DPS. Right now, your positioning has been lacking, so your timing is not really going to matter as much. Okay. Another thing with Bastion ult is that you want to use it to mostly target supports. In this case, you want to just throw them all to Kiri or the Lucio. Lucio seems like a counterintuitive thing because, like, maybe he just walks out of it. But you can usually still trap him if you shoot two at him to force, like, him to speed away, and then you shoot one last one after. But Kiri is probably your primary target here. Nice. So while you're down here, right, and you're struggling to get this kill, imagine how much easier this is for you if you're up here. You get a nice angle, or even over here on this. You get two angles to these people back here who are trying to keep her alive. This is a better angle for you. Okay. Here we go. This is good. Don't drop. Do not drop down, no matter what you do. Throw a rocket at her. Okay. Time to run. Nice. Okay. So, now that you've lost this fight, they've got point. What you want to do is you want to set up either back here up on truck here, or once your team is ready to just, like, retake this, you're probably going to want to go up here. Because then now you have a really good angle as they're, like, walking towards this corner. You can shoot them here. Soldier can sprint up here and then drop back to truck if necessary. But you never want to be off this high ground. This high ground is super important to control. I don't think anyone is really contesting it at this rank. I haven't seen a lot of people on your team and the other enemy team playing on the high ground. So taking this high ground will just give you such a better advantage, right? Like, this alone will probably boost you 2 skill tiers. Just taking high ground and knowing how to play it.
Thanks. I'm feeling spry. Yata is here.
Where are you going? Where are you off to? Alright, right now you're being a low ground Larry. You gotta be a high ground Harold. Okay, so while you're down here, think about it this way. If you're Sigma, or if you're the enemy Sigma, and you see a JQ and a Genji and a fucking Zenyatta up here, and then you see a mercy-pocketed soldier up here, or up here, okay, you can only shield one of these things. Let's say you are here, and Mercy is here. You can choose to shield 1, 2, or 3. Not all 3. Or you can only shield 1, right? One option. If they shield the JQ, then you are just up here uncontested and you just get to shoot for free. If they shield these guys, you just get to shoot for free. If they shield you up here, then your entire team gets to shoot for free, right? So it's a sacrifice, but you draw the resources and then you could just take a new angle, right? Say if you get a shield here, you can just back up here and now you have another angle, right? So think about that, right? How you're engaging, when you're engaging, where you want to be. Oh, Lucio might just get out. That's tough. Or not. You don't want to be here. Your team does not want to be taking this fight this close. This is a bad position for you guys. You want to be on this corner. Your JQ might just be dead. Nah, okay. Get to the high ground. Okay, now you're on some high ground. And then you gave it up. And then they're gonna click beat. And then I think there's someone up here, right? Yeah, they're soldiers on high ground fighting with the Genji. If you were ulting up here, it'd be a much stronger angle, right? Instead of over here, where like you can only see a few people and then you have to drop. If you're up here, you get pretty much all of the map to shoot. You can shoot that Lucio in the back. You can shoot the Mei. You can shoot the ulting, or not the ulting, the Sigma. You can shoot the Curie. Like you have a lot more options than here, where you just have to walk into them and try and shoot them. And it works. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna work at this rank. But as you like keep climbing, that's no longer gonna be a viable strategy. Okay, you are just walking right into them. This is super aggressive. They can like you're kind of like frontlining at this team here. You're gonna get punished for this. Okay, well, you don't get punished for it because you're Zentrix. There you go. Now you're on the high ground. Much better. I love how you're just slowly getting closer to them. Like you could have hopped up here and just ran, and it would have been a way faster way to get to this angle. But it's a thought that counts. Again, you don't have to drop. You can just come back here, and there's plenty of cover for you to play. Go. Your team probably dies here. Yeah, you didn't have a defensive ult. Okay, nice. So your ult doesn't get a lot of value here because it's getting eaten by a Sigma or it's shielded. Because you're not on a high ground. If you're up here and you click this button, you can kill the soldier, force him down, you can then kill these two, and then you can kill the rest, right? So the reason it doesn't get any value is because you're on low grounds. It's just the biggest issue I've seen so far is that you're just not on high ground. Now you're naded, you're probably just dead, yeah. Reaper one. Nice. Cool. On we go. Oh, Echo. Okay. Echo should pretty much force you to be on high ground because you're a flyer, right? So you should always be in the air. What is that Moira doing? Okay. If we look at this from their soldier's POV, I want you to just watch it for a second from his angle.
Let us end this.
We'll play it in slow-mo, actually. Well, he's just AFK checking his phone or something. I don't know.
Repositioning.
What am I? Okay. Do you see how far in the open you are here? You are really swinging this compared to the cover. So you're kind of just out in the open. He's gonna be able to hit a few shots on you. He's not. His aim is actually really atrocious. But you're in the air for so long, he's eventually gonna land enough shots to kill you. What you want to do is you want to just peek this corner, right? Like you don't want to fully commit. You have the cover to play around. So if you fly directly into the open, he's gonna beam you eventually. He's not Kevster, but he'll get there, right? Like he'll eventually. A broken clock is right twice a day. He'll find a way to shoot you eventually. Bonk. Your head got bonked. You have a fan? No cover. This is how, like, you just not playing cover means you're just gonna die. I don't think you could have avoided it though, because I don't think this guy's taking a really nasty off angle that your team can't really do anything about. So he just got to walk up here for free because we don't have anyone to contest him. We have our Hanzo shooting at him now, but this is a really good angle for him. Does he die here? No, not quite. But this is a really good angle that he takes on your team. Like now your team is just fucked here. Bubbles dead. So sad. Swapping?
Every soldier needs a cause.
Already, I want to just say, you're already doing something wrong. Don't walk on the low ground. Immediately just walk on the high ground. You're going to find this Moira, you can force her out. You can take the duel with whoever's up here. If you kill the Moira, now you can swing up here, and this is a beautiful angle for you to do whatever you want. You've got cover. You've got, like, an ability to just, if you need to, you can drop down, and there's a Mega in here for sustain. But I would say that this angle is going to be way better than whatever you're going to get just by walking down here, like shooting this. Especially when there's just going to be a Ryan holding shield in your face, right? Oh, you have a lever as well. Do they come back? Okay, they do. Bubbles does return. Until then, it's a 4v5. I'm not really worried about it. Are you guys capped? Wait, okay, I'm gonna need to see this. Again, you're not a tank shooter. It's not your job. Your mercy kills the soldier. You're engaged in a fearsome battle to the death with this Moira here. Go grab the Mega. Ah. Yeah, the idea is just too late. I'm surprised your team won this, though. That's actually incredible.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
If I'm still standing, I'm still fighting. Let's get you all down.
Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to walk this way and take this angle. Instead of just walking to... What the fuck? What is this? Okay, instead of just walking that way, I want you to take up here and then just control this angle. 1, you kill this guy. 2, you kill this guy. 3, you kill this guy. And then 4, you just control all of high ground on your own, right? This is so strong. No one at this rank is contesting a high ground. If you learn to contest it, it's so free. You'll climb so easily. Don't just walk and shoot tank. You're a tank shooter, Terry. You want to be a squishy shooter, Sarah. I don't know. Squishies being targets that aren't tanks. Okay, this guy's just inting, though. Moira's in. She's behind you, to your right. Chase her. Go kill her. Keep chasing her. She grabbed the Mega. Damn, she's elusive, huh? Moira's just be like that, I guess. I don't know. This is a nice flank, but you might get punished for it now. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Nice little 4K. Very nice. Look at what playing high ground does for you. Wonderful. Good job. Moira just being chased around the map. Okay, now you're on high ground. I like this. This is good. Nice. Good rocket. Nice. Good shot. Wonderful. I feel like a little lost now. It's okay. Moira's just running around in your backline doing some shenanigans. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Nobody really knows. Okay, once again, you want to be on the high ground? You can walk to it from here, and then you have a really strong offensive high ground as well. If defense is not holding this, offense should always take this, because then you can just walk forward and control, like, all of the map. Look at this angle. I control everything if I'm sitting here. I guess I should probably talk about the idea of map control and like what it like actually does for you, right? So when you want to make a play, there are two things that really take there are a few things to really take into account. 1 is your positioning, 2 is your timing, 3 is your mechanics, but 4 is also like what you control, right? So I guess it's part of positioning. But if you're sitting up here and you're shooting this Ana, so positioning means you're up on high ground, so she is not really looking at you, she's like more focused on her Rhine. 2 is timing. She's not surrounded by her second healer. Her Moira's dead. 3 would be mechanics, which means if you can't hit her enough to kill her, or if you're missing too many shots, she might walk out into cover and now you can't kill her. And then 4th is map control. So we control this little area here where we're all like kind of standing. We control this. This is controlled. They have a Rhine over here. They have an Ana staring him in the back. They control this side of the map, really. They control everything over here. You'd have to send someone up here to contest this. And then once you have someone up here, then maybe you can start fighting for this space. But generally, they control like this half of the map. You guys control, for the most part, this half of the map, right? So, map control means that if you sit up here, this Ryan, he might control this space, but he can't really sustain it if we kill his Ana. So having the high ground control means you'll be able to shoot the Ana and try and fight for this here. If you fight for this, and you win, and you get rid of this, the Ryan over here is isolated, and he's gonna die. So if you walk up on high ground, you just make your merry way up here with your little sprinty legs. You walk over here, you ride one of these platforms to here, and you start shooting this Ana. This guy is he's gonna just crumble in front of your team, right? Because you're gonna distract the Ana, you're gonna force her out, or you're gonna force nade, or you're gonna force sleep dart, or you're gonna force some kind of cooldown. And then you guys can like actually kill the Ana, or you can kill the soldier, maybe one of the two. And now you control most of the map. This guy, he's just doing flanky shit. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, this high ground control would be super, super valuable for you. So instead of playing low ground, walk up on the high ground. Instead of fighting this dude head on, you just walk up to the top. Okay, well, you got selected. Do you die here? You might die here. Okay, you didn't. You have a much easier time hitting that rocket if you're on the high ground. And this Ana is dead. Another beautiful thing about being on the high ground is it means for the most part, you're out of the fight. You can't get shattered if you're 30 feet in the air, right? Just another thing to consider. Your JQ ult got cancelled, that's tragic. Okay. Ooh, that's a bad window. I do not like that.
Payload is approaching its destination.
Because actually, that's crazy. Don't be shooting the Orisa. You are not gonna get anything done. You want to make your way over here so you can fight for this, and then you're like, this soldier has a nasty angle on the rest of your team. If you walk up here, you can fight him for it. You can get a mercy pocket, and you can win this, and now you control everything again, right? But if you don't, now you're just shooting tank half the time, and shooting tank on DPS is really not what you want to be doing. Okay, you could have also. Oh, okay, that works, I guess. I don't actually like Reaper into Orisa because she has so much armor. Armor and Fortify means you just can't do shit to this Orisa. In case you don't know what this does, like what armor does in particular, I'll explain it. If you do know, that's great. You can skip this part. But armor essentially means that anything that's like not a burst of damage does less damage. So pellets, like Tracer bullets, Sombra bullets, Reaper bullets, JQ gun, etc. does less to armor. And armor has damage reduction on that type, right? So if you are shooting an Orisa with a Reaper and she has her armor, you're going to do less damage than when you're just shooting the white portion of her normal health. This is why characters like Orisa can't really do that much into Orisa. Characters like JQ can't do that much into Orisa. It's because of the armor. Characters like Widow and Ashe and Soldier, they do enough damage to where the armor mitigation doesn't come into effect. So they have a better matchup into this. But characters like Reaper, shotgun characters, or even the past Winston, now he ignores armor, used to struggle a lot. Which is why Brig was so broken for so long, is she gave so much armor to everyone. You might die. Yeah, you're dead. Good attempt. Okay. So, biggest takeaways here. Hold the high ground. Play for an advantage, right? You want to be on the top. You want to be on the high ground, which is just a huge advantage. It gives you such a better position. And then once you're in that, I really think most of the issues that you're having, like dying too much or like not having enough healing, is really because you're not on the high ground and you're not playing cover, right? Like on first when you walked out, or like on attack where you were on echo and you kind of flew out a little bit too far and you got beamed by the soldier. That's just positioning, right? So there's a few things you could have done better. Let's look at another map. What's up next? Midtown.
Ready.
Oh, you're on tank. Okay, we're just doing everything, I guess.
I will create pathways to victory. Make sure you follow them. I have opened the path.
Listen, Cheryl.
Okay.
5, 4, 3,
Orisa. Okay.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
I personally prefer Sigma. You can sit up here, have a shield, you can then drop and put pressure on them. But up here, this high ground is very strong for defenders. Even if they walk all the way over here, you have a really great angle of just shooting them from top, and then like shooting them here. And you actually have a Symmetra, which is really nice, because if they walk to point, you can just teleport to point and take a fight head on, right? That would be my recommendation. You need to be very careful here. Wow, they shredded you apart really, really quickly. You are kind of just walking in at 4 people though, right? Like, let's look. You have a Curie and a Lucio. You don't have an immortality field, right? So you only have Suzu. So if you walk too far and they Suzu you, but you don't have any cooldowns, you're still gonna die. You're in front of 4 people, they're just gonna shoot you. What you want to do is you want to play corners, right? You want to be over here. If you're on a tank like Sigma, where you want to control the high ground most of the time, you want to be up here. Orisa is more of a brawl character, as opposed to Sigma being more of a poke character. So you do kind of want to take the fights like head on, but this is a little too much, right? You're gonna get blown up by all these people shooting you. So you're just taking too much damage. No amount of cooldowns is gonna help you. Also want to save your gold for when the hog hooks you in, or your spin for when the hog throws hook. It's a little hard to react to, but it's not. Like with a little bit of practice, you kind of get it down. Okay, Discord Orb just kind of shredded you there. I would really advise going a shield tank into this. The Discord is going to be a real pain. There's no way that Lucio's just doing that. I do like this, actually. You don't always want to be shooting tank, right? Like, you want to be pressuring backline and stuff like that. It's funny, because I said tank isn't, like, or like DPS is not a shoot tank role, but in reality, none of the cast is. The only time you shoot tank is after the tank's team has died, or if they're just really out of position, like you were last fight, right? So don't spend too much time shooting this Roadhog. Okay. You went a little too deep. You are Orisa, but Orisa does require a lot of like cooldown cycling and really good supports if you want to live forever. So the way you do it is you use your gold, and then once your gold runs out, then you use your spin, and then once your spin runs out, you use your gold, and then so on and so forth, right? That's how Orisa just survives forever. I'll look for ult here, maybe? Nice. I like it. Are you gonna get healed too? You are. You need to... Okay. You're using gold and spin at the same time. You need to use one and then the other if you want to survive, right? Oh, Zen's one. Nice. Okay. You just don't have cooldowns to live here. Did your team win this? Doesn't look like it. Match in the Roadhog. Okay. Contest this the Hanzo. He was just up here for a second. You don't want him to take this off angle, or it could be a problem. So you'll just throw out a hook his way. Try and hook someone into your team. That's a good idea. You just have no ammo. Right? You need to play natural cover a lot more because you're just sitting out in the open getting shredded by Zen. If you're on corners and you're playing cover, you take way less damage. You'll survive so much easier, and your team will need to do less healing. They won't need to use as many cooldowns on you, which means they can save them for important stuff, so on and so forth.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Time to run. Yeah.
Spirit sword.
You could go for hook there. Pull him in. Nice. See, this is where this is where you type in chat hog diff. I would went for the Zen. The Zen's in range there. I would like to point out that their comp is extremely low healing. You have an Onakiri and they have a Zen Lucio. If you play like faster than they do, which means like you take more space, you hold more space, you can sustain way easier than they can. The only reason that this is working is because you're getting shredded by Discord because you're not playing corners and cover, right? You have a very bad habit of just only shooting tanks. You need to shoot other targets, especially when you're nanoed, because there's no reason to just only shoot the Roadhog and barely kill him, right? Like, if you're shooting other people, maybe you kill 4 and then you kill the Roadhog. But you don't only want to shoot him. He's then staggering himself. Nice. You're down one already. And here immediately you're just way too far forward and just very much in the open, right? Like you're like, look at where your team is, right? You're down 1 and your team's so far back. You need to just back up to like this corner and play this because you just can't hold the space without your other teammates. Your Reaper's here though, actually. Let's see how this goes. Okay, your team's playing very aggressively. Didn't have your cooldown cycled. When do you use your spin? Yeah, that's actually fine. Then you have another spin. Okay, well, you just got shredded. Oh, that's just whole hog and Discord. Honda's 1 HP. There you go. Ooh. Yeah, you're still too far forward. Like, even if your Reaper is here, I don't like being this far forward. So ulting the hog is never worth it. He's just gonna live it no matter how much damage you do. Went for spear instead of spin. You're just gonna die.
Round 1 complete.
Okay.
My throne.
Ooh, okay, JQ. I love JQ. Careful. You're taking a lot of damage here. You need to use shout, yeah. Shout's like a really good tool for you to use like for an engagement, right? Like when you're going in, because you get that extra healing, you can walk in and close the space a little bit faster, take less damage. Bussy Hunter has logged on. You kill this guy? We do. Oh, careful. You were very low HP. You need to play a little safer there. You can't push into that hog there. Let's see how you use your ult here. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3 men. That should die. Cool. You should die too. Go shoot the BAP, alright? There's still, the BAP is still alive here. What? Okay. He's what, over here? Oh, it's a Lucio. Where's BAP? No, BAP is still here too. This hog will like never die if we don't shoot his supports first, right? He might still die now, but nope, we didn't kill his supports, so he's just gonna kill you. That's just target priority, right? Focus the supports always instead of just shooting tank. The Widow got one. Time to walk. Walking like this is very, very dangerous if you don't have shout. That's why you need to save shout to engage. Well, out you go. Okay. Ooh, no ammo. Tough.
That's no way.
You guys win this. You got a cap eventually, right? 'Cause there's more to this map. Ooh, that's really dangerous. If he had hit his shots and he had headshot you through this window, you would not have gotten this ult off. You would have died. Okay, we got it. You can push this dude. Okay, not anymore though. Kill that Ana. You won't be able to. Where's your team during this? Actually, I want to see where your team is during this. Oh, all on low ground. You're down DPS, I assume. Yeah, you're down both DPS. If you're in a 3v1 like this, because your teammates are either dead or fighting hog, you need to just back up, get healed by Ana, and wait to go back in. You're on very limited time remaining.
30 seconds.
Feels like selling.
Okay, we scouted the Colosseo. You're naded. Yeah, you're just dead. You can't walk up like this. You need your team with you. Your Kiri needs to Suzu you here, and then you can go for ult, and you can kill like all 4. This high ground's really brutal if you just don't have like a shield or anything like this. This is very difficult to play into, especially since your team is just nowhere to be found. Yeah, tough. You need to walk high ground a lot more often, but I'll show you, for example, how it's played at like higher ranks. And another thing you need to do is you need to not shoot the tank so much. Your target priority is kind of whack. In terms of playing into Zen, especially with the Orisa, you need to be very careful about just getting fucking deleted like that. Is this one my scrim code? This, I think this is scrims. Oh no, this is comp. I have a scrim Midtown I can show a little bit of. I want to show the second point attack. Let me get my replay codes. Is this scrim or is this match? This has to be scrim. Okay. If we look at how like this is my collegiate team that I'm coaching. I don't actually go to this college. They just pay me to coach them. This is how like the highest ranks will attack this second point. I just want to show only a second here. Once we've broken through this. We can go back a little bit further. Where do we? Okay, right around here. So we've just captured point A. I want to show you like how other teams are holding this and how we attack it.
I aim to devastate.
Okay. So what you're gonna see is you're gonna see their team walk up to hold this space so that they can just shoot us before we can walk up to the high ground and contest them. That's why it's so strong here. The reason we're playing Sigma is that we can shield this right here and then walk up this way and take a fight up here. So we don't have to deal with as much poke. Or Widow is gonna sit back here and just poke here, and then we have a couple different angles, right? Let's say we get our Sig here, we have this angle here, then we have our Widow up here for this angle, and then I think our Echo actually tries to go up here and take another angle, and then we've completely surrounded them, and it's an easy fight. Our Widow gets the kill from this angle, but look at how they're positioned, right? They're all stacked on high ground. We're going to walk up, and we're going to fight them up here. So now we have multiple angles going on here. We have our team, our Sigma's pushing them off up top. We have our Widow sitting in the far back. We've got one person on cart, because that's really all you need. And then we're going to walk, and we're going to hold this space. We're going to force them down. We're going to get easy shots on this guy. Easy shots on this guy. Kill this guy last. So on and so forth. There's one. Now we can control high ground. So now we just get this, like, instead of taking fights down here, where, like, everyone is on equal ground, we walk up, we push them off the high ground, we have multiple angles going on for this box here. We're gonna take control of this, and now we're just gonna push this all the way here, while we're just shooting them from top, right? This is how the top level teams will attack this. Or at least, by top level, I mean, like, around, like, 4,300 Overwatch 1. Easy kills because we have our Widow up on high ground. Now my team wants to actually stuff this like right here in this choke, which is why our Sigma's so far up. He's not on cart. Our supports are on cart because if they push in, we just window this and we just blow them up. That's the idea here. And you'll see how smooth this is versus like your attack on second, where it was just so much harder. And they don't touch. So that's how like top level strategies around this map. It all comes down to just taking and holding high ground. And let's take a quick look at the last VOD. This is getting a little long. I usually only do 1 or 2 maps, but I'll look at the last one as well. Gibraltar. DPS again. Alright, if you just don't play high ground on this map, you're just like it's just a given loss. This map's way too high ground dependent. Okay, let's look at comp. You have a Winston. This is like sort of dive. I don't like the Zen with this, but the Zen can at least orb the Winston or whoever is diving. Hanzo I guess is fine because it's a very long range map. The cast doesn't make a lot of sense. The Curious one. I think just to do yourself a favor, save Storm Arrow for this Bastion, right? Just save it for his turret because you can just throw it all into him and it'll kill him. Yep, time to take a new angle. This is a good one. Ooh, Bastion. Oh, no, he missed the jump. Your tank is not gonna have fun at the hog. Nice shot though. That's a very nice shot. Okay. You can start rotating here and take another angle. So your team has this angle here, but their Hanzo's back here, right? So we're not going to be able to control this for long. What you want to do is you want to swing here and take what's called an off angle, so that you have another area of attack, right? You have top, and then you have here. They can't look at all of you at once. Your hog should. Oh wait, your hog's AFK. He's not gonna touch. Your Curie will. Okay, I fuck with this. Nice. You get this kill? Someone will. Okay, nice. Yeah, Hanzo's a threat. I would prioritize him over the Lucio since he has one-shot capability. So that's just a little bit of target priority. The sonar doesn't get a lot of value. If you want to throw a sonar, you can do it here, so you can wait until they're peeking and then shoot them as they're crossing, right? As they're walking into the open. You can also use sonar to give your hog information about their hog, right? So if you can sonar, the hog will know when their hog wants to walk, and he can hook you. He can like hook him into your team. Sonar is very useful. You should be careful about just throwing it away. This Hanzo's just beaming everyone. I'd be very careful about fighting this. What is this dude doing? Okay. Egregious C9. That's really terrible, actually. Okay, so first 2 points. 1, your tank died like 3 times. 2, you just C9. This is, I mean, it's not your fault, but it's your tank's fault. So this is just all on your tank so far. Nice. This is why you save Storm Arrow for that, right? It's a good sonar. Doing some forest, just shooting the tree, breaking the tree down. Yeah, you're gonna get shot by one of their DPS on high ground.
Payload's moving. Someone stop that thing.
Do you live here? I highly doubt you do.
I am restored.
I guess you do. Okay.
It was my duty.
Nice. Oh, they have a crazy flank. Nice shot, though. You can shut this down. If you swing this, you can definitely kill him. Just put a storm arrow into him. Nice. This is a nice angle, actually. I like this. This is a really good off angle. Your team takes this main angle here, but you have this one up here to just shoot at them as they're trying to fight your team. This is actually really nice. Plus, you can just back up and have cover, right? Ooh. Oh, uh-oh. Is this hog coming up? No, he's not. Okay. If this hog was coming up, this would be really dangerous. Oh, don't lose to the Weaver. You were just simply getting gang stalked by their backline. Not much you can do. And your hog's off the map. Wow, your tank sucks. I like the idea of the off angle, but that comes back into positioning and timing, right? Like, you probably wanted to leave after, like, probably a little bit sooner after you heard the pedal. Because the only problem with being there is that you can't get healed. Alright, Hanzo has a wall climb, which means you want to wall climb up here, you can swing here, and you can start shooting them from here. This is another really good angle for you, right? Instead of shooting up at them, you're shooting at a level ground, or you could even walk up here, and now you're shooting like down at them. And this is a really good angle for you, so you should take advantage of this, instead of just sitting on low ground. It's not your job to be on card. Given that their entire team is funneling themselves into the low ground, if you just put yourself up here, you're just free shooting at all of them, right? Like, it's very easy. Fuck off. Good sonar. Let your team know where they are. Sadly, your Zen might just have no eyes. Ooh, nice. Good attempt. He's still probably gonna live though. Ooh. Gotta back up a little bit when you don't have full health. You're a little too low to be fighting this. You're gonna back up. You're gonna walk over here and you're gonna get healed. Then you're gonna go fight this again. And you can just strafe here and just take these shots from here. Might be a little easier. But this is still really good. I like that you actually went up here. This is good stuff. It's all about idea, right? Like, you can see how this is already a better angle for you. You just get to shoot at them from here. Just kind of sucks that your team is just not helping you in the slightest. Photos taken moments before disaster. What the fuck? What did he think this hook was gonna do? This guy sucks. Ooh, your team is not helping you. You probably should have walked to the left here and taken this cover, right? This is going to keep you alive, and there's a mega health pack here. This is probably the correct pathing. I think your pathing to just go right here is probably not the play. Where are you exactly? Wait, do you cross open space to get there? What happens here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so instead of walking in here, jumping in here to your Weaver, you actually jump towards the open space. This is a sightline for them, right? You don't want to cross this. So you want to get out of the sightline as fast as possible, or into cover, which is this way. This is this way, not this way. They barely find the elim on you. You might die for it, or he might not, because it's like one flat. We don't know how to punish things.
No
Nice.
kill is truly clean. My dragon strike is ready. Marked by the dragon.
Dragon Strike is ready. Let's see how you use this ult. Ooh, okay. That's tough. Ooh. Is your Zen just not orb you? What happened here? Are you just left to like fight this on your own? I thought you had team here. Okay, your Zen is right here. Okay? You just don't get orb or healed. That's actually insane. I hate to break it to you, but you might be playing with, like, the disabled.
60 seconds.
Life protects life.
Your team has no eyes, no ears, no brain. Quite sad. Nice. Probably didn't need the storm arrow, honestly. You could have killed him without it. This is the first time I've seen a Weaver below GM actually use a useful grip. You were out in the open, he would have killed you. Sonar that so you can see when he's walking at you and kill him.
From life. Scanning.
I hear him behind you still. Okay, someone's gonna have to turn around and shoot this guy eventually, right? Like, we can't just leave him behind us permanently. Okay, he's shooting someone behind you. He's shooting everyone. Wait, his Weaver is here too? Where the fuck was this guy? Oh my god. Okay, well you've got the fucking Colombian hit squad in your backline. I don't know. I don't like this dragon. It's a little too ambitious. It's just a Lucio. I'd wait until they're like taking a fight and they're like walking back through either this door or this door and then throw it at the door so they can't get through. So probably next fight. Another actually useful grip. I'm just shocked. Okay, this platform's a little troll, but the Weaver said if you're not gonna take high ground, they'll give it to you. You're still on high ground anyway, so. Okay, no value from Grav. I'm just gonna keep shooting down there. I don't think you ever give this up because they're just not shooting you. If you need to take a new angle, you can by going in here and shooting from here, right? But you don't ever need to give up this high ground. They're just not shooting you up here on it. There's a health pack back here. There's cover. If you want to take another angle, you can get up here and start shooting downwards at them from up here or up here. This is just too strong an angle to just drop like this. There's no need. You stay on this high ground until they kill you or they like force you down because you have no health. Nice. Good shot. Unfortunately, you're on low ground, so the Zarya can shoot you. If you're on high ground, she can't. Then you can stop him from dropping because you just kill him up here. And then you don't get shot by the Zarya, and then you live, and now you can keep fighting this. Alright. Soldier's fine. You might have a little bit more trouble with the Bastion now, because no one can really just contest him that easily, but nice. Ooh. Yeah. I think your team should still win this, I think. Oh, well, I guess they're not going to. Yeah. Oh, your Weaver died early, that's what happened. Now your tank is dead, and now it's just quite sadly GG. I'm yawning. But one thing that you... Okay, so on tank, you need to play cover, and you need to shoot squishies. On DPS, you need to play high ground, and you need to shoot squishies. On support, you need to play high ground, and you need to look for cover as well. So a lot of different things that you could do better here. Mostly just playing high ground is going to elevate your play so much more. And then there's so much more we can also talk about, right? And once you're on high ground, we can talk about stuff like where you can go, what off angles you can take, when you need to leave, what ults you can throw from height onto them down there. But a lot of the times you're just going to be up here uncontested, right? So you're just never going to die. And you have cover, so you can just run back into cover if you need it. And you can take shots from afar without any worries. There's just so many different reasons to play on the high ground. Especially at this rank where just no one ever, like... Oh my god, this guy's fucking dead. But yeah, like, it's just so important, right? That's like the #1 thing to work on. It's just high ground always. Well, not always, but like almost all the time. You should always, like, try and go to high ground on the, like, during the fights. Only time you wouldn't want to go high ground is if you need healing and your team is on low ground, which is going to happen a lot because they're kind of bots. But then you need to drop and be like, hey, I need help. And then they help you, hopefully. But yeah, I hope that's able to help. I think there's some good tips in there. I think you should definitely work on just playing high ground. Another thing that you can do is in between queues. Because your mechanics, I don't like talking about mechanics in VOD reviews. Unless it's with my, like, top 500 teams. But what you can do is you can load up this code called VAXTA, right? So VAXTA is the code. You can just throw yourself in here, and it's like a warm-up mode, right? So in between queues, you can keep your mechanics warm. You can click start warm-up, and now you can just shoot the bots, right? So you can just warm up your mechanics, so when you're shooting people, you're able to track them a lot easier. You're able to get the kills a lot faster. It's just another really good idea that you can do in between queues. It doesn't hurt. There's no reason not to do it, right? So there's a few tips for you. I'm gonna actually write that down. VAXTA, and then high ground. Playing cover. Those are some things that should help you out. So just focus on that. Good luck.